Good afternoon and welcome to Boston Asian Radio and TV English Daily News Today. I am your host, Amanda. Here's a look at the top stories making headlines today. United plane comes into contact with Delta plane at Boston Logan Airport. Suffolk County DA presents $260,000 in grants to nonprofits. Police seek South Boston man in connection to shooting of Sharon woman. Federal court sides with Fishers in North Atlantic right whale case. Malden apartment complex shooting leaves woman critically injured. United plane comes into contact with Delta plane at Boston Logan Airport. Two airplanes at Boston's Logan Airport came into contact with each other Friday afternoon, causing emergency vehicles to swarm a section of the airport overlooking the seaport. A Massport spokesperson said a United Airlines aircraft came into contact with a parked Delta Airlines aircraft at a low speed. A United spokesperson said the winglet of a United aircraft clipped the tail of another aircraft. A family on the United flight was watching as the two planes got a little too close for comfort. Online flight records showed the United plane, a Boeing 737 MAX 9, was scheduled to depart Boston for Newark Airport Friday afternoon before coming into contact with the parked Delta Airbus of 321 aircraft. Customers on the United aircraft deplaned normally at the gate, and we will rebook them onto other flights, the statement from United said. Delta said passengers on its plane were waiting to depart for Detroit. The Suffolk County District Attorney is presenting $260,000 in grants to nonprofits across the county. DA Kevin Hayden is giving this money to organizations dedicated to improving the health and safety of residents in Boston, Chelsea, Winthrop, and Revere. Hayden's Community Reinvestment Grant (CRG) program awarded 45 nonprofits with grants ranging from $4,000 to $7,500. This year's fund dispersal is the largest amount in Suffolk County CRG history. I am extremely proud our office has been able to provide the most funding ever from this important program. Throughout my career as a prosecutor and a defense attorney, I have witnessed young people with promise veer onto dangerous paths due to lack of opportunity and guidance, Hayden said. We achieve a more just and equitable legal system when we help communities provide interventions, services, and opportunities necessary for youth to succeed. Police seek South Boston man in connection to shooting of Sharon woman. Police are in search of a South Boston man who is wanted in connection with the fatal shooting of a Massachusetts Environmental Police employee earlier this year. On February 18 around 8:46 p.m., officers arrived on the scene of a shooting in Dorchester to find Diva Ayuso, 32, a Sharon with multiple gunshot wounds. She died at the scene of the shooting. On Saturday, Boston police released a statement that Stephen Wells, 20, of South Boston, is wanted on warrants for murder and firearm-related charges in relation to the shooting. Police described Wells as 5 foot 3 inches tall, weighing 125 pounds. The statement noted he may have a firearm. Police also released an image of Wells. Community members wishing to assist in this investigation anonymously can do so by calling the Crime Stoppers tip line at 800-494-TIPS or by texting the word TYPE to Tiraini. Federal court sides with Fishers in North Atlantic right whale case. A federal appeals court has sided with commercial fishermen who say proposed restrictions aimed at saving a vanishing species of whale could put them out of business. The fishermen harvest lobsters and crabs off New England and oppose tough new restrictions on the way they fish that are intended to protect the North Atlantic right whale. The fishermen in the state of Maine appealed their case to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit after losing in a lower court. The appeals court said Friday it disagreed with the lower court's ruling. The appeals court ruling could mean that the federal government must take another stab at crafting new rules to protect the North Atlantic right whale. The restrictions would limit where lobster fishers can fish and what kind of gear they can use to try to prevent the whales from becoming entangled in fishing ropes. Malden apartment complex shooting leaves woman critically injured. An early morning shooting at a Malden apartment complex has left a woman fighting for her life. The shooting happened around 2:20 a.m. Sunday in the lobby of an apartment complex on Overlook Ridge Drive, the DA's office said in a news release. Multiple shooters were involved, according to the office. The shooting happened at the Quarrystone at Overlook Ridge and that a witness heard 6 gunshots. When police arrived, they found the 33-year-old woman suffering from a gunshot wound, the release said. First responders took her to a hospital with life-threatening injuries. The motive remains under investigation, however. It does preliminarily appear that one of the men was being targeted, the DA's office wrote in the release. State and local police are investigating the shooting. Anyone with information about the shooting is asked to contact Malden Police at 781 397 717 or online at malden.com. Stay tuned for more updates on Boston news as it develops.